Doubt is a play written by John Patrick Shanley. It premiered on Broadway in 2005. It is getting its first Broadway revival in February of 2024, this year. I got involved with Doubt through my work with the Sisters of Charity of New York. I had been working with them for roughly 3 years to document the particulars of their specific habit, which is prominently featured in John Patrick Shanley's play, Doubt. This research led me to collaborate with the design team and share my research, which then eventually culminated in an invitation to work on the production itself. There's a severe lack of resources for designers when looking for research that depicts religious life and the clothing worn by those that live a religious life. Nuns, monks, friars, etc. There's a hole in this kind of subject. For many years, these orders were so secretive about how their garments were constructed and maintained. Now that we are in the 21st century, a lot of these orders are dying out. They're coming to completion, as they say. And they are now ready to share those secrets with the world. Working with the Sisters of Charity of New York allowed me to create a full and complete pattern. Up until now, there has been no pattern documentation for their specific habit. Their archives contain pieces and parts of different sisters' habits, so there isn't one complete habit in the archive. Things are moth-eaten and they are falling apart rapidly. So it has become very urgent that this information be documented. Everything I do is geared toward my students. It's one of the great privileges of my life to be able to work with the Sisters of Charity of New York, but also to take my students with me on this journey.
Having Broadway on my resume is surreal and bizarre and unreal, and I don't think I'll quite believe it until I see it on Broadway. Gee, it's a gold sticker on my resume, and it makes me wish I was really Broadway bound, because that is definitely a foot in the door, but I think it's going to help me greatly wherever I choose to go in my career.
It has become so much more than a costume project for me. It started out that way. As a costume designer, I was seeking proper research for characters on stage. But what I've found is that documenting these specifics for these orders is actually about Catholic history, women's history, fashion history. So much more than a costume project.